Wait, we haven't started yet.
We are starting.
Okay.
It's recording.
Oh, dang. Can we restart?
No. What is up, you guys?
What's going on? We're back.
Welcome to episode 2 of Brews and Breakthroughs.
We're brewing and breakthroughing. Don't know what that means, but we're just going with it. Today, what do we got? Huh?
You look forward to saying that every week.
I do look forward to saying it every week. What is this?
So today's brew
Go for it.
is we are sticking with local Birmingham breweries, and Avondale Brewery is the choice of today. Damn.
You're not gonna hand me one?
I was handing this one.
No,
to
man, it's all good.
Whatever.
I got it. Ow.
Screw off. It's called. So today's brew is Brunch Punch Shandy. It is a tangerine ale from Avondale Brewery.
Tangerine.
Tell us a little bit about it, Kyle.
Yeah, man, it's got some brunch and some punch. So I'm expecting to, drink this when you wake up in the morning and trying to go into the MMA. I don't know. It's a shandy. I love shandies. Yeah, it's dude, this elephant on this. Roll Tide, man.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
There's an elephant on the can that says "Stay Fancy."
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. The Avondale Brewing, here in Birmingham, Alabama. So, shout out to Avondale. We'll try this. We'll pop it open and see if it's.
Dude, does it have does it have the alcohol content on here?
What is the ABV on this?
I don't see it, dude.
Bro,
it's non-alcoholic.
That's illegal.
I'm just kidding.
You have to.
Did you get us non-alcoholic beer?
No, it's alcoholic.
I don't know, man.
It's something. It doesn't say what the ABV is though, so it's.
Well, let's crack this bad boy open. Little. Oh yeah. Damn, splurted everywhere.
Oh yeah.
All right, we got to do a little cheers here. Little cheers.
Oh wow.
I can taste the tangerines.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
very upfront. The upfront of the palate is very much tangerine.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't taste the alcohol, so that's dangerous.
A little bit of orange on the back.
Yeah, I kind of feel like drinking this like I'm a basic white girl who's having brunch on a Sunday.
Yeah. This what does this remind me of?
I don't know.
If a mimosa was a brew.
Yeah, like I said, basic white girl.
Yeah, basic white girl.
Sunday with the girl. So if your girl
Sunday
on
brunch,
Sunday, there you go. You got.
Boys can have Sunday
brunch
brunches
punch.
too.
Yeah, but I mean,
hey, look, I'm not a golfer by any means, but this would be great for a Sunday brunch golf course.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, Sundays I don't make brunch because I wake up at about 12 or 1. By that time, it's lunch or dinner.
This is a great summertime beer.
Mm-hmm.
Summertime beer. It's refreshing. It's light.
Mm-hmm.
Not dark.
Honestly, like you can be sitting on a beach and just like pounding these.
Mm-hmm. You sure could.
Yeah, I like
very
it.
refreshing. Very light. Crisp.
Avondale, good job, man.
Yeah, no,
good job.
This is a good one. This is a lot better than last week's. Last week's was crap.
I liked last week's, but this I mean I think this is better. All right, out of 10, what do you give it?
Out of 10, I'm gonna be a heavy critic when we do these rankings. Like I want to be brutally honest. Okay?
Heavy,
So
all right.
I'm not letting anyone skate by. Okay. So
All right.
This is good. It's crisp. It's light. I prefer like stouts for me personally. So like ales aren't necessarily my go-to, but it's a great summertime beer. Could definitely see mowing the lawn and having one of these to freshen up. I'm gonna go a 7.4 out of 10.
7.4. I'm impressed. So this isn't a beer that like I don't know. If you're inside at a party, it's not something I go with. But you have to be outside to drink this thing. It's summer refreshing. That's the vibes I'm getting. So if I'm chilling on the beach and drinking, I would give this a solid 8 out of 10.
8? Okay.
I'd give it an 8. Just if you're on the beach. But like if you're at a party, or or just something inside indoors and it's cold, nah, this is not my beer of choice. But summertime on the beach on the boat, I would roll with this. Now I don't know if I could pound these though.
This is a great hot weather beer.
Yeah.
Like hot weather.
Yeah.
Like chilling by our pool this summer.
Mm-hmm.
I might go back and get some of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. speaking of our pool.
Oh, God. Man, we have the stories, so...
For anyone who is curious, so me and Kyle here, we live together, obviously.
Yep.
We are roommates, unfortunately.
Yeah, and, sucks for him. I mean, I'm awful.
We obviously enjoy each other's company if we're willing to spend a little more time with each other and do a podcast every week now. But we rent a home in, well, I'm not going to say where we live.
Yeah, don't say that.
We live in Alabama.
Somewhere in Alabama. Well, they know Birmingham because you said it earlier here in our hometown of Birmingham. So, yeah, Birmingham, Alabama. So you can figure that one out.
We rent a home here in Birmingham, Alabama. And we have a home that's on, we're blessed, I guess to say. It's on 5 acres. It's got some space.
Yeah.
It's a nice lot of land. We love it. It's got a pool. It's an above ground pool, but it's drilled into the side of a hill that's next to our home, and so there's decking built around it. So it's above ground, but it almost feels like in ground, sort of in a way. But it's like a hybrid between the two.
Yeah, man. Best of both worlds.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yes, and yeah, never get a pool. Like, don't install one unless you just like you hate your life.
We thought it was like the coolest thing when we moved in. We were like, we're renting a home that had a pool.
Now, side note, hold on. So, how this whole thing started is Matt put something on Snapchat saying he's looking for a roommate, and I'm trying to move out. Well, I hit him up, dude. Matt, I'm just gonna let you know, he pulled the old used car salesman technique on me, which he used to sell cars, but he pulled that on me and said, yeah, man, we got a pool. It's on 5 acres of land. It's gonna be so much fun. You know, we're gonna throw a bunch of parties. Yeah, I didn't realize how much this pool was gonna cost me. Yeah, that right there. Oh, I tell him every day during the summer. I was like, man, you jibbed me.
I'm telling you straight up, dude. It is so worth the $50 a month for the YMCA membership to use their pool.
Yes, man. Oh my God.
I've always wanted a pool. I've always wanted one, right? Until you have one. And then you're like, this is not worth it. Like, it is so ridiculous, the upkeep. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
So to start off, like, when we first move in, the pool's, like, practically not empty, but it's low, right?
Yeah.
Really low. And the previous owner didn't really take care of it. It's all nasty and mucky. So we got to get it cleaned up. We got to fill it up, right? Well, we filled it up the first time. Before the mess ups.
Hold on, no. Our landlord filled it up for us and took care of it.
She did.
She took care of like the initial setup, which we were very grateful for because we knew nothing about a pool. And this guy over here said, yeah, man, you know, I worked at a country club for a summer. I know how to take care of a pool. It'll be easy.
I do. Not this pool. This pool pisses me off.
For whatever
reason, those big industrial pools are a lot easier to take care of.
Yeah, because you can just throw a bunch of chlorine in it and no one will ever know.
Well, you know, I guess I never kind of thought about, you know, working at a country club. You know, you've got machinery that are worth tens of thousands of dollars taking care of the pool for you. Mm-hmm. And so that kind of makes life easy. As for this might be I don't know how much a filter costs, a sand filter, but maybe $600,000 filter.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, kind of you get what you pay for there. And so, like, I was always used to the country. I did tell him. I'll own up to it. I was like, I know how to take care of a pool. No problem.
He freaking lied to me,
man. It was always like, when I worked there, and at the YMCA, when I worked there, too, as a lifeguard. Like, we just had a little water test, right? We took the test. We were like, all right, a little couple drops, and you're like, all right, it needs a little bit of this. And then you go into your chemical room, and you got a bucket of stuff, and you're just, you throw it out, and it's all good. Fine, right? Perfectly good.
Yeah, no.
Until it's your own pool. And you do your testing and everything, or I'm sorry, you don't do your testing. You take it for someone else to do the testing, and they tell you what you need.
Which, you know what I think is it's low key like BS that we take it to this pool place. I swear they jib us, dude. I bet our water is fine. They're like, yeah, man, you need this random chemical. That chemical doesn't do shit.
Like, you take that
there's no way,
and it is crystal clear. And they're like, oh my God, dude, is your pool okay? Your pH level's off.
Yeah, man, you got too much pH. Like, what are you doing in here? You dropping straight acid?
You got too much metals in there. What are you doing?
Metals?
Like,
what are you talking about? It's water.
Clear.
It's water. How's there metal in there?
Yeah. What's going on? And they're like, no, you need this, dog. You need to get this and this and this. And by the time you're walking out of there, I'm calling him like, hey, buddy.
Yeah, listen, whenever I get the, hey, buddy, text or call, I literally know how much is it going to cost me. And it's always a pretty freaking penny.
Dude, we've walked into there, I think, one time. Like, one singular time and spent less than $100 on pool chemicals. And don't get me wrong, we're in there, I mean, like, come summertime, we're in that pool shop once, twice a month.
Yeah.
And it's just like one thing after the next. Just one thing after the next. Remember and if it's not chemicals, it's freaking Mother Nature. The war with the frogs.
Oh, man. So, we kind of live, so it's weird. Like, we're kind of in the cut, but we're not. Like, downtown of the city we're in, I'm not naming it, is literally like a block away, but like, we're in a bunch of woods. So, there's just frogs everywhere. And then we have a creek, like a small creek, like right next to our house. So, there's a bunch of like mosquitoes, frogs, a lot of wildlife, right? Yeah. And I'll never forget, man. We're in the pool and we just hear a bunch of just like frogs going crazy, just croaking while we're in there. We had a big war with frogs, and I'll never forget. Matt jumped in the pool one day, which you can tell the story about jumping in the pool, and this started the war on frogs. So Matt, take it away, man.
This is look. I love animals. Love animals, truly, all animals. Like I'm that kind of guy that will catch a mosquito eater, like little moths, and I will release them outside. Like I don't kill things until they piss me off, okay, or they do something that makes me mad. I jumped into our pool one day, and like mind you, like well at the time I didn't, but I was off from work from the dealership I was working at, so I had an off day. It was just me at the house, middle of the day. Super hot. Kyle was off at work, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna crack a cold one and go jump in the beer." Jump in the beer.
Oh, that's why our bill's so high, because you filled the pool up with beer, right?
Makes no sense. Jump in the pool, right? I'm gonna have a beer and jump in the pool and just enjoy my day off, like any normal person would. Okay, I jump into the pool and I immediately know something's wrong. Immediately, as soon as I enter the water, I don't even want to come back up to the surface because I know something's wrong. Something's off. I come back up to the top, dude, and I'm literally standing here like this, like arms crossed, and I'm looking around, and there's freaking frog egg slime all across the top of the pool. And we don't have a small pool. It is completely covered, and it's covering me now. And I'm all slimy and covered in frog sperm and egg, and I just like I've never been so disgusted, and like it's all in my hair, dude. I have a beer in my hand and it's like covering it, and like I immediately
Did you drink the beer?
No, I threw it and I ran inside and jumped in the shower and washed off, and that started the war on frogs. You can ask Kyle. I was out there every single night, literally like bodyguarding our pool. And any frogs that came around, I'm sorry, they were killed. They deserved it. All right. Yeah. After what they did to me and the horror that they put me through, they deserved it. There was no mercy after that. We have a creek, literally, less than 100 yards away from the home that I could have taken them to. No, they don't deserve it. No, screw them. They were getting tossed. They were getting hit. They were getting smacked, crushed, blown up. All of it.
The worst part though was I when Matt worked at the dealership, I would get home before him, and whenever I got home, I would check the filter to get all the leaves and shit out. Well, the day after all this happened, I come to find all these frogs sitting in the filter, dead, but they're all melted. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, it's just a bunch of melted frogs. So I text him, like, dude, what did you do to this thing? I found a bunch of melted frogs. He goes, oh, yeah, man, I threw like 2 bags of shock in there and put like half our chlorine tablets.
Dude,
I was like, oh my God.
I made our pool so acidic. I'm pretty sure one of the texts I sent you right after that was like, oh, yeah, don't get in the pool. Yeah, don't get in. I was like, oh my God. I'm glad I asked, because, I'd be freaking bones right now if I would have jumped in. Burn off.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, dude. Yeah, man. I mean, a war with frogs.
It was frogs, but water. It was just. Ugh.
Oh, it was disgusting. It was literally like just mush. Yeah. Like I was like, what is going on here? Am I living with Jeffrey Dahmer? That's what I thought.
Oh, frogs. Yeah.
Of frogs. Yeah.
I mean, I don't eat them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nasty, but
yeah, but he got to the point where like we're in the pool and these frogs just like we're like we don't care, man. Like they fuck around and find out. They would jump in there while we're in there. They didn't care. So we go to war. We attack them. We throw them across the yard. Tell them not to come back. Throw them to Leda, which is his dog. But yeah, it's PETA. Don't come after us. But I mean.
Oh God.
They're basically pests. I mean, there are millions of them, so we didn't really kill the population that bad because they kept coming back.
They're fine. They're
but
coming back.
Yeah, they are. It'll be all right. But yeah, man, that pool has been some crazy trouble. So fast forward to winter, and so you have to winterize a pool. Well, me and Matt over here, two young guys who never owned a pool before, we're like, yeah, man, we just got to drain the water out and cover it, right? I mean, we did a quick Google search for like 10 seconds, and we were like, yeah, it just said drain the pool to like 6 inches below the skimmer?
6 to 12 inches below the skimmer.
So we're like, awesome, cool. So we drain the pool. So it has a pump, but like once it goes past the skimmer, you got to siphon the water out. So we look up how to siphon, and which we found some illegal activities. But basically what you do is you take a hose, you put it in the water, the other side goes into the spout, turn water on to get all the air out, and then you turn the water off, take the hose out, and water just comes out of the pool. It's like, cool, this is awesome. So we siphon it, perfect, good the first time, get it, between 6 to 12 inches below the skimmer, cover it, boom, we're good. Well, we get a text literally the next freaking day. And the landlord's like, hey, I noticed that y'all didn't get chemicals for the pool. Were you, did you put under my name? Did you not get them? We're like, oh, crap. Yeah, we didn't know this. So we end up, so Matt ends up going to the pool place, takes a water sample, goes, hey, what chemicals do we need? Well, apparently we need every chemical known to man. Every single one.
That place
I swear, they saw this young guy was like, didn't know what he was doing. They ripped us off, man.
I was so done with it that we got the chemicals, we got back. And what were you doing? You were reading the instructions on how much to put.
He gets this big tub. I don't know what it was. This big tub of chemicals. I'm reading like, okay, you do, a couple scoops for every, 10,000 gallons. Well, I'm like, oh, this is cool. Matt over here is just tossing the damn thing in the pool. He's just, by the shovel loads. He has a shovel and just tossing it in the pool. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
I was so over it that he was reading the instructions on how much you do per gallons, and he was like trying to do the math, and I'm sitting there just eyeballing it. I'm like, no, that's probably good.
We forgot to tell him though. The most important part is the people at the pool asked us, did you drain it? And Matt goes, yeah. He goes, oh damn, that sucks. You got to refill it.
Fill it back up.
So we filled it up. Okay, this is the most important part. So it was like 10 o'clock at night. We're like, hey, it's gonna take a while to fill up. Let's throw a hose in here, fill it up overnight. I get up first in the morning and to leave for work, so I'll get up, I'll turn it off, we'll be good. Well, I went outside that morning, and I kid you not, the tarp is off the pool. The water is flowing down. Like, it was a freaking waterfall coming out of that pool. Whole driveway flooded. And literally, like, it didn't rain for like a couple weeks, and our driveway was holding water. Like, I thought I wouldn't be able to get out. I was so mad.
Our driveway was underwater.
Oh, it was so bad.
And what I felt bad for that I didn't even think about was like where the water was running off and running to.
Yeah.
Like all of our stuff drains down our driveway.
Yeah.
And our driveway is a loop, but it's like all the runoff goes in one
and it's
direction.
gravel too.
Goes right into our neighbor's backyard. And I didn't even look. I didn't even want to know. Because I was like, I think we didn't just flood our yard, but we flooded our neighbor's yard too. And then he moved.
He did. Because we flooded it once, but maybe twice. So fast forward, Matt, throws half, basically this whole, 10-gallon bucket of chemicals in this pool when you're supposed to throw maybe a shovel full. But he throws it in there, and you're supposed to let it sit for 48 hours and drain it again. So we drain this, and we're like, hey, man, this thing's filled to the brim, right? So what we're going to do, we're not going to turn on the actual drain that's in the pool. We're going to throw 2 hoses in here and siphon it out.
We're going to use 2
and again,
hoses to siphon.
The same plan was when I wake up first. When I wake up first, I'm gonna pull it out. We'll be good. Man, I kid you not. I walked out there, and damn, there was 6 inches of water in this pool, and the driveway was flooded again. And guess what? Our neighbor's yard probably flooded. So driveway destroyed, everything just destroyed. I had to swim to my car in the morning. But yeah, we screwed up, and by that point we're like, screw it. It is what it is. We're not filling it up. We tarped it and said it was everything. The tarp was a pain too.
Oh, the tarp kept coming off.
Yeah, so the tarp had like a string and like a wrench on it. Well, only like the front half of it would tie up. Yeah. So we had to go to Home Depot, get a bunch of
We've got like $200
clamps.
worth of clamps.
Oh, yeah, we did.
It's like it's a cable that goes all the way around that you rope through the tarp, and then you just put the cable around and you wrench it tight, and it holds to your pull. And it would not work. The wrench wouldn't tighten. The cable it just wasn't doing it. And so we just went and got a bunch of clamps. And at first we got like 10 clamps. And they're big clamps. So we were like, that'll hold it. Come out the next day, it's in the pool. We got to redo the whole thing. Like, all right, well, let's go get 10 more clamps. Got 10 more clamps. Hook it up. Next day, tarp's in the pool. And we did that like 4 times.
We did.
It was crazy. We bought all the clamps that Home Depot had. We bought the whole box.
We did.
And then we got all the big clamps, right? There's probably 20 or 30 of them out there. And then we had to start buying tiny clamps like this big because that's all Home Depot had left. They were like, look here, you shitheads. You bought all we got. So this is all we have now. We're like, all right, cool, we'll take 50 of those.
Yeah. Man, but I'll tell you what, that thing is strong. Literally our neighbor's dog, Leo, miss that man. He came over, and this man, he fell over the side and landed on the tarp and couldn't get out. So he was just laying on the tarp. The tarp didn't fall in the pool. Thank God.
We've had dogs walk across the tarp now. And
it's strong.
Yeah,
it is. It's strong.
Leo, the neighbor's dog, he jumped on it and walked through it. My sister's dog, he tried to walk across it, and I'm just like, dude, we can't catch a break.
We can't, man.
Because now I just know. I know, dude. As soon, we're probably 3 weeks, maybe, if even, probably not even a month away from pulling the tarp off and filling the pool back up again.
Oh, I'm scared.
And we're gonna pull the tarp off, and it's gonna be green because the dogs put holes in it.
Yeah.
We did all that for nothing.
Dude, if that thing's green, man, we're gonna have to just fill it up, throw a bunch of shock in there, and just not use it for a week or two, and just be done. Yeah. Yeah, but our water bill, oh my God.
Dude, when we first, going back to when our landlord filled it up for us.
Yeah.
The water bill came in, and I wasn't thinking too much. I mean, sure, it's a pool. It's a lot of water. I get it. But, how much can water cost?
I mean, you just need it to live, right? It shouldn't be too expensive.
Holy shit, that bill comes in, and it's $400. So it cost us $400 to fill it up. That's not including the chemicals to get it
So our utilities that month, it was $400 of just water. Just water. That's it.
Yeah. It was just for the water. Just to fill it up was $400.
Yeah.
Then we screwed up and drained it that first time. God. And had to fill it back up again, and that was another $400. And it might have been even higher because it was all overflowing.
Yeah.
And for God knows how long during the night that we didn't even know how much wasted water that was. That was another $400 water bill. And then, oh my God, summary of this whole episode is don't get a pool.
Yeah, don't.
Dude, if you live near a facility that has a pool, shut up. It's worth the monthly
Pay the HOA fees, pay the fees. It is worth it. Do not get your own pool unless you're Jordan Belfort or Jeff Bezos and just can't afford it. It is crazy. It's ridiculous.
Unless you were just completely fine. Pretty much, if you took our expenses and broke it down on average to all 12 months, it's probably if you had to spread it all apart, I'd probably say it's $150 or so a month to maintain that pool. So unless you're just okay with $150 a month subscription, pretty much, just don't do it. It's not worth it. It looks all pretty. It's cool. It's cool. You can tell your lady friends, I've got a pool, but at the end of the day, who gives a shit? Oh my God. it will make you so angry. And half the time you own it, you're not even using it. When it's cold, you can't swim.
Yeah.
And then half of the time that you can use it and it's warm enough to, it's green and you don't want to use it.
Yeah.
So there's literally like you pay all this money for maybe like 2, 3 at most good months that you're swimming in a clear, clean pool.
Yeah.
And
man, like we have a bunch of trees around us, so like every day there's a bunch of leaves in it. And just getting it all out is freaking crazy.
It's a daily cleaning occurrence.
Yeah. You literally have to clean it every day.
You have to go out there daily and clean out the skimmer and just skim the top of the water and get pine straw, leaves, whatever out.
Or if you get a pool, don't build it around trees.
Yeah.
No trees.
I mean, I guess if you got enough money, you can get those robot vacuums and stuff.
Yeah.
Go for it, but
we're budget boys over here.
For the average blue-collar American like ourselves, like, it's just not worth it, man.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it. Holy crap. The stories we can tell on the pool, as we've disclosed.
But I will say we've had some good nights. We built a volleyball court in it, which is pretty fun.
Volleyball court. You got to make the most of it, right?
Yeah.
So,
by the way, you stole me a volleyball.
No. Our neighbor owes you a volleyball because his little rude-ass dog bit it and popped it. So he owes you.
Well, he moved away, so he probably saw, oh, I owe these guys a volleyball, let me get out here. Which kind of sucks, man. I feel kind of bad. I feel like we made him move because he's been living here for like most of his life. We move in and like 4 months later he dips out.
Yeah, that was kind of odd.
Probably because we kept asking to borrow his lawnmower and we flooded his yard twice.
To be fair, we asked to borrow his lawnmower once, and then he just cut the grass for us. He just did it.
Yeah, which is very nice.
I almost partially think, though, it was because it was tall and ugly. He was like, this is an eyesore.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
So we've got 2 lawnmowers, and neither of them work. So last summer, we asked our neighbor to do it. Or we just asked to borrow his lawnmower. We cleaned it and filled it up with gas for him.
Yeah.
And then he just cut it for us. And then it felt like he was upset about it for some reason. It just felt weird after that. So I asked my brother. We hired him, and he cut it a couple of times throughout the summer. Yeah. And like literally, we would let the grass get this tall, and then we'd go like, "Hey,
the whole summer we probably got cut maybe 3 or 4 total times."
Yeah, like most people, probably cut your grass once a week, and we were doing it once a month.
Yeah. You were at the dealership, so you were never home. I was working, a lot of weekends working in sports, so I was never home, especially during the summer. So it's like we never had time, and like the days we had off were like, dude, we do not want to cut the grass. Yeah. It was mostly like just chill and hang out by the pool.
Yeah. You know what? Now that I'm looking at this stuff, okay, you know what's really worth the cost? What? What's worth the cost is a pool service. Just go ahead. If you're gonna have a pool, pay for the monthly pool service.
Hire us. We'll take care of it.
God no, you can hire him. I don't want it.
Yeah, man, I'll take care of it.
Pay a pool service to come in and take care of your pool and keep it, up and running every month. And pay for a lawn service. Just do it. It's unless you got a tiny lawn. Yeah. We don't. We've got a decent sized lawn.
Yeah,
it's annoying and it grows fast.
Yeah, it does. It's crazy. But yeah, so I'm glad y'all got to hear our pool stories and hear about our struggles, so you can learn from them.
Next episode, next week, we're gonna do rapid fire questions. And, answer or chug. So. You guys comment, if you're watching this on YouTube, comment below some questions that you want us to ask each other that we've either got to answer or chug. And then if you're listening to this on Spotify and Anchor, you'll have to go look at our social media to find where you can answer that and send in a question. And then you'll get featured on the next episode. So participate, why don't you? If you're listening, why not?
Yeah.
Be a part of it.
Perfect. Well, try brunch punch. And don't get a pool. That's all we got, right? Yep. So
brews and breakthrough.
That's your brew, and your breakthrough is don't get a pool. So, good. I'm out. So, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.